Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and I heard this one in the morning. I want to give you my 10-cent opinion on all of this, and no, I'm not doing so. Man, so ponder. Uh, let's read the headline because, as you heard, this is not good at all. Sony in talks to buy manga and game publisher Kadokawa. Chan chan chan. Sony is reportedly in talks to purchase Japanese media conglomerate Kadokawa, bringing multiple service, game studios, and publisher under their umbrella. Kadokawa is one of Japan's largest media conglomerates. It's like the Disney of Japan, owning multiple publishers such as Bookwalker, Axe, Axe2 Media Works, and game studios such as Chumsoft, excuse me. Most interestingly, the company has almost 70% stake in Elden Ring developer Front Software. And you know what? At this point, even Miyazaki could actually say, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out. Selling out, and then they can pull strings to just say, I'm out with my whole talent, and I'm going to find legal ways to just commit it to that. But no, at least not for now. It's not something like a. I cannot distress you now how it is going to be bad. Not a long time ago, we covered it, and since we saw from the Mao itself, from the most hardcore player of Sony, closing their partnership with him because he spoke against Sony because they banned his account alongside selling his account to the black market along with his information, so he got doxxed in the process by a fucking corrupted, crooked employee. At this point, you should imagine that's the kind of fucking company. That's the company that in 2018 they bended the knee in Japan and moved the headquarters to California. There's Kadokawa is selling themselves. Well, at least it's not actually closed. At least the deal yet. The deal is not closed. It's not confirmed. But I need to reassure you this. Ka- Kadokawa is about to sell themselves, or should I say sell themselves, not yet, they are not selling themselves yet, to a US company, to a United States company, or at least I should say United Socialist Company of America and company, since they are just, that headquarters is in California, or all places, where every single time all those fucking disgusting pieces of shit that lead through the cities that screw out the people from close neighborhoods with their old fucking globalist agenda, and by that I mean feminists, uglifying of characters, uglifying the writing, feminist agenda, I already said that enough, uh, emasculation of men and feminism and homosexuality. Did I already told you about the feminist homosexuality that this fucking dog shit company has been pushing through all their products? And if this is not enough, in 2018 they actually endorsed the censorship policies that they just destroyed the Japanese market. And well, at this point, I don't have sympathy for those companies anymore that got destroyed by Sony if they keep want to make business with them. I know some of them decided to flip the bear to them and never going back. Some of them aren't, like Vanillaware, that they decided to release Vanilla. Unicorn Overlord, yeah, Unicorn Overlord. That looks so tame, so censored compared to Dragon's Crown. Well, that's my opinion, and from what I saw that game, well, I'm glad that I was never hyped. Every single Japanese game that released PlayStation, or should I say, Sensor Station gets destroyed. the, if you can claim it sells because they appeal to the fucking normie consumers of the Western world, that they want to push their Western shit by giving their dogshit opinion about, oh, this is so Japanese, why are you doing this creature? Or the most favorite one of everyone on social media, that character looks literally like a child. To fucking drowns. That's the kind of fucking idiots that are on the internet. Ah, man, and we are not even to the rest of the article. Let's end this. So, all this will become Sony if a hypothetical deal were to go through. Let's not forget that Sony has deals with Kadokawa through shares. They actually have shares with Kadokawa, since Kadokawa is a publicly traded company in Japan. According to Reuters, the talks are ongoing and could lead to a deal in the coming weeks depending on Sony's success in negotiating. Sony already possesses a 2% stake in Kadokawa. Sony purchasing Kadokawa could spell bad news for fans of Japanese games. Nothing has changed. I already stated, since 2018, when they announced the censorship policy, for all Japan and Asian games, if you release your game on Censor Station, at this point I don't have sympathy for you. You knew full well how that dogshit of a company is. Oh, but what she felt with Nike. They were trying to push censorship at first. They received some pushback. But still, look how that game even performed. It hasn't made the money that they were expecting to do. They could have done great numbers. I know the game is average, but it's not a bad game. It's not bad. But they decided to do this partnership with fucking Sony. And look what is happening with that console. It's just, even with fucking Astrobot, Stellar Blaze are at the same numbers. Since let's face it, a fucking console that claims that's outsold the Xbox Series S and X, where is all the game sales, or at least all the software sales? Almost non-existent, since fucking scalpers keep buying it and reselling it. A lot of PlayStations are just stocking up in a fucking warehouse from fucking scalper. So, moving on. According to Reuters, the talks are going and could lead to the. Okay, sorry, we read that. Sony already possesses a 2% stake in Kadokawa. Sony purchasing Kadokawa could spell bad. We read that already. Excuse me, I'm just losing on myself already. As, so, as Sony is infamous for its censorship and content policies, as a result, the Nintendo Switch has suddenly become the preeminent platform for anime games. Yeah, and even I have to give credit to Nintendo in that regard. Not recently that they decided to cut themselves out. There were some hentai games. Of course, there was no sex scenes, but sure there were nipples and the special parts of the characters, if you know what I mean. And still, they are games that they don't go that far and beyond. Still, they do fan service, like that Bonnie Garden, if I'm not mistaken. That title, with the Bonnie girls, and you're just playing a visual novel. They still have that, but with Sony, no, they have to censor. Even they know how they apparently it's not so secret that with Genshin Impact, that game that pushed censorship for most of the cases, I'm inclined to believe, but I know fucking China, the government censors, and they demand censorship for certain games. But for all regions, despite that especially MiHoYo, has their own servers separately from each region. But they did an exclusivity deal with Sony. Let's face reality. They are just selling themselves to the fucking devil. They are about to destroy themselves forever. Or should I say, they're going to destroy a whole industry forever. Since Sony will have all the monopoly of anime and visual novels and distribution stores. And Kadokawa has ties with Bandai Namco, so you can rest assured that they are not going to save themselves from Sony. And to be honest, how's even possible? Look what they did to fucking Concord. Look how all the fucking DI nonsense they push it through all their games. Especially that one, Concord. 450 million US dollars in development for a fucking live service that they spent 8 years to develop, only to 8 days to die. Since that joke is never gonna get old, since it's a fucking dumpster fire. That's the kind of fucking company that wants to car Kadokawa. And I'm just going to say this. I'm just starting to lose my patience with Japan. They've been cooking themselves so much. Uh, they they need to go full indie or either change their way of how to do business. Sure, appeal to the Japanese market. Never lose your freedom of expression and creativity, but looks like the first one is creativity and expression. Or should I say, those both are not mutually exclusive. Still, they are going to sell that entirely if they keep doing business with Sony. The companies that are still left, that they are independent, probably they're going to strike, but it's going to be difficult since Sony is well known, is a well known company to push Apple levels of greedies and dogshit monetization and distributions ever. And they always bribe the government. They have done that already. Look what they did in the past to Michael Jackson. Look how they fucked him up. They fucked him up so badly only because they wanted something from him. And I remember they said that since Michael Jackson owned the licensing of the Beatles, Sony wanted that and they found a way to screw him up. Or that apparently unreleased song that it was sung by someone that was not Michael Jackson, but they claim as such because that dude could actually replicate the voice of Michael. This is the type of company that the Kadokawa is doing business with, and how much even. Look at the record. I already mentioned it. They censored, they backstabbed the consumer base. Well, the player base that wanted fan service games such as Onechambara or Senran Kaura. They killed Senran Kaura. I should add this one. they they pushed DEI. They closed their Japanese studios. They fucked so many developers. When they went to California, even they took advantage of all the fucking DMCA to destroy everyone, even they were trying to share something. remotely from the 7Cs, despite that it was not the case. For example, even if not the 7Cs is not my best example, let's look at the whole controversy with The Last of Walk 2, or should I say, Angry Lesbian game. When the leaks came out, they launched a lot of DMCAs, not even from people sharing it. Maybe that's the definition, another example I was trying to say. They abuse copyright laws to silence criticism because let's never forget YouTubers that have a lot of subscribers, they have well monetized channels. They avoid saying well, saying something nasty, swearing, or something that could trigger the algorithm to the point that they will get demonetized. Let's look, for example, at those types of channels. They were talking about the leaks. They were describing what was really going to with the product, like dog shit game. A lot of the Last of Us fans they were not happy about it because they were expecting something like the first one. Even if it was a forced sequel, you could still achieve something like that, but no. Since their own creators decided to go full lefter on that game, full soy. And when they were talking about that, they were abusing copyright striking. They were copyright trolling actually. They were launching a lot, more than 10 million DMCAs for pirate sites hosting any sort of anime content. Like they were owning the industry. And I have to say, if they have that power and Kadokawa just get intoxicated with that level of power, yeah, at this point I'm not going to have sympathy for them. I will probably will see that company implode entirely. Some creators could actually say, you know what, I'm fucking out. I'm not going to do this anymore and leave. Leave all those associations. If that was the best case scenario. And now they are just going to continue. And what they are going to do, they are going to censor our source level. They have been doing that, even with examples with the Japanese games. Omega Labyrinth. Look how they fucked up that game. And then when reaching Omega Labyrinth Live, the Nintendo Switch was fully uncensored, and of course the PC Station version was just censored as fuck. And they demanded a very strictly policy that all games should have the same version. I'm just like, well, at this point, I have to reiterate what I said. If you are doing business with Sony, at this point, I don't have sympathy for you. You get screwed up. Oh, it doesn't affect the character just because I removed the pantsu and added some bloopers there, or I just larged her skirt and shit like that. Nah, fuck you. Nobody should support you anymore. And I'm ranting so much already, but well, it's my sentiment in all of this. They really want to, well, at least maybe I'm just taking assumptions that they really want to, but let's not forget all the fucking track record. Or even if I have to add something up the list, after fucking Concord release and their fucking fiasco, they even have the nerve to say we don't have IPs that could actually be profitable. And there, of course, the hearts of many fans of Killzone games were just shattered. I never going to forgive them for destroying Drive Club and Motorstorm. That was a far better game visually and with fun gameplay than fucking Gran Turismo. If I say Gran Turismo, that's another one. Look how they fucked that up by pushing the esports and live service model. The latest entry, they can't even actually make consistent play ever since they don't have even a fucking arcade mode. They don't have like a way to players to even enjoy that game. It's all tied to force you to use microtransactions, and microtransactions for cards that cost over $20 million in game currency, that is equivalent of more than $100. Even for that fun, yeah, no, it's not going to work. And I haven't even read all of this. Not only that, but Sony will also acquire anime studios under kadokawa such as Dogma Kobo, which could also be subject to Sony global standards. Kadokawa is already bending the knee to global standards in certain projects. It's not new news. This is just what we already have witnessed. And since they own Crunchyroll, they own Funimation, they are about to be have the full monopoly on anime. They they will give you a dog shit service. They will sell your data just like with that PlayStation player did. They will censor at source because they are not only going to censor the anime, they are going to censor the source material. They are going to force all the authors that have their own visual novels to bend the knee to the global standards because they say, we are going to make money out of this, we are going to change our business plans. I need you to censor yourselves to the fucking normies that they just are reading about anime, to the fucking homosexuals of the far left that they also do that, and they force their own headcanons on social media when nobody gives a fuck. The company still claims to love Japanese games. Ah, sure. Sure, you love them. That's why you closed down Japan Studio. That's why you killed Gravity Rush. That's why you keep forcing all those developers to sign those fucking exclusivity deals. I have to reiterate, I already ranted about if you are doing that decision, yeah, you deserve everything you get. But their actions in recent years have left fans less than confident about the company's ability to deliver on censored products. Not only on censored products, their hardware is dog shit. I have seen what's going on with the Peace Nickel Pro. Everyone has torched that console since it's just less quality than a PS5. And of course, they patch out certain games to run better, to make it look that it runs better on the PS5 Pro than the PS5 First Edition. But hey, they got exposed when they were actually testing games with Unreal Engine. That's how they got exposed. I already said that Unreal Engine, currently as it is right now, is a unoptimized garbage, overbloated garbage. Sure, you can have quality in graphics, you can have development in quick time lapses of time, but still is that shit is so unoptimized and takes so much storage. And they were torching that console the hell up since it was having some not only frame issues, worse graphical issues than the first PC Station 5. And yet, 20s. Historically, games on PlayStation have been censored on Sony platforms exclusively. Though sometimes games are censored in development in anticipation on PlayStation release. Yeah, like at the last moment, oh excuse me, you have to censor that down. But we are already at 1 week to release, Sorry, nothing can do. They have Californians dictating all of this. They have the Harris is that company. They have fucking executives also indulged in toxic positivity. Toxic positivity is what brought Concord to life and death in a short lifespan. That's the kind of company that it's about to acquire Kadokawa, but only if they accept that. And to be honest, if we see things logically, we have two sides. On one hand, why Kadokawa will sell themselves to this company if honestly they don't have money and resources? What do they have to offer? The PC Station is drowned in debt compared to Microsoft. I know, I'm not shilling Microsoft. I have my fair share to tell that company how they fuck up a lot of their IPs in the same way as Sony, but still they are not in depth. But sure, Xbox is not in the best place. They went full multi-platform because they don't know how to actually listen to their customers anymore. What's the benefit that Sony offers? Because the other side is you have censorship, you have DI nonsense forced through your game if you are doing the release in that platform. They offer a shitty service for all their products from gaming. No, let's not forget that they almost wipe out a lot of the catalog of movies they were apparently selling to you, but no, it was just a license. You never owned anything in the first place. They censor anime. They localize. I almost forgot that. They localize all the subtitles and the dubbing is a fucking fiasco. They don't have anything to offer and the other stuff that they have, yeah, is just at this point. I told you, maybe it was only one side at all. Nothing to offer, but all dog shit practices that take customers away. Only time will tell. Only time will tell if Kadokawa actually declines this deal. Well, I'm not sure how it is going to happen. What is going on? If they are actually having some arguments at this point, because sure they can convince them with what. But well, I ranted enough about this. I have to show you that this is all the mindset of everything I've been ranting about. Kadokawa is massive. Yeah, this will be the biggest blow to anime industry. They will even they will own a lot of studios, and some of them they even actually keeps doing fan service, review reviews, and that's it. Oh, almost. It's good that this is getting brought up due to due to the above matter. We will be canceling the likes for a series post related to the book or comments received, so they canceled this book. At the end, it is got released on Kindle. They were almost releasing this one, irreversible damage of the gender surgery on kids. Kadokawa is also work. Let's not forget that. But sure, it's not good when a company owns a lot of the fucking industry that keeps afloat entire country. Because as soon as they start listening to the globalists, yeah, it all goes down to shit. I'm just going to end this. If you stick up to the end of this video, I really appreciate you. Thanks a lot. I hope you are having a pretty good day or night. At this point, it's just night, at least where I live. And take care of yourself. Peace out.